Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video ay parte pa rin ang aking commitment para sa aking How to Become a Podcast Virtual Assistant video series. Pero bago tayo magsimula, Pero bago tayo magsimula, I've already created 3 videos para sa video series na ito. Yung una ay introduction to how to become a podcast virtual assistant. Second video, how to edit a podcast. And for my third video, how to use podcast show notes. If you have any creative ways of doing your show notes, or if you think I missed other information that should be included in show notes, interesado ako sa info that you got. Today, I'm going to show you how to lay out your client's podcast sa kanyang website using the show notes that we created last time and using different podcast hosting platforms. What do we need? Fusebox, libsyn, blubrry. Pero bago tayo magsimula, kung gusto mo yung mga ganitong video, please consider subscribing, i-like mo na rin at i-share mo na rin. Let's start from the very beginning. So how to post your podcast or your client's podcast. Like I mentioned, this is like just a blog post. As you can see here, I have here, depending on how, what is the setup of your WordPress site. So this is my client setup. As you can see here, she does have a dashboard for podcast, and this is the title that I created for it, and this is the tracker code, and I have here the image which I need to update, and I have here the episode, okay, the episode number, and a very short description of the podcast that I need to update. So I have here also kind of content which is very important for podcasts. So I have here important things discussed in this topic, which is in bullet form, this one, and I have the conclusion in here. So I also have my downloadable transcript in here and my interlinking strategy. So this is interlinking, which means I have other podcast links in here. So these are my way of doing some interlinking. So these are other published podcasts that we have on the sites. And I have the share button in here. Okay? So I don't have yet the time codes because I will show you how to create your time code. So all you have to do after posting all of that, we also have here the featured image, which we need to update. So all you have to do once we are done with your updated featured image is change this and put the finished featured image in there. I have shared with you a template wherein you can create your podcast featured image. You can also change in here. For libsyn will publish your podcast everywhere. So this is like a distribution to your audiences, favorite apps, and platforms. Fusebox allows you to publish and display your podcast episodes. It shows transcripts, and it also shows the time codes or the timestamps. It has the capacity to show timestamps on your podcast. Blubrry is a podcast host by podcasters for podcasters. This is like a hosting provider boasts varied media features like integration with professional statistics. These are the analytics that you need for your podcast, and allows podcasters of all levels to store and publish podcast files with ease, as well as optimize them using their range of tools. So these are the different platforms or podcasting platforms for you to consider in your podcast channel and website. Okay, this is the same as you can see here. This is the blog post of your client into their WordPress website. It is the same, but I just would like to show you how are we going to use Libsyn and Blubrry for this podcast. Now we're going to put the audio that we created into our WordPress website podcast post. Okay, we're going to head over to Libsyn, sign in to Libsyn. Okay, sign into Libsyn, and we're going to post our created podcast in there. Content, add file for download only, upload, choose file, choose the episode that you have created, the podcast episode, and wait for it to upload, and then click publish. We are just waiting for it to be published now. Okay, almost done. Okay, so 100%, and we're going to click publish. Again, this is inside Libsyn. Copy the direct download URL, go back to your WordPress site, and insert Smart Track Player, put the URL in there, and build shortcode. At the very bottom, for podcast episode section, this is for Blubrry. Paste the URL in there and verify URL. Okay, we're done. Okay. We are now going to publish this podcast. Now we are done with Libsyn and Blubrry. Okay, now that is ready, we can just preview the page so we can review everything, the configuration, the links that we put in the configuration or the integration of Libsyn and Blubrry. We just need to check it out or do some double checking. Okay, you can probably play it if you want to check it out if it is the right one or we configure it correctly. There you go. Good luck, and good luck with editing your client's podcast.